Fight of the night, Merab Yan, Iwo and Torres, performance of the night. But we will be throwing a lot more money around than that tonight.
Fantastic. I guess Cejudo, does he get his unofficial $50,000 bonus?
Who?
Henry Cejudo.
It's official.
Very nice.
Where did that come from? Oh, did he tell you? Was he in here or something?
The audio made it out that you guys were talking or whatever.
All right.
So, no, this, like you said, incredible night of fights, a lot of great performances. But the main event, Petr Yan, a masterclass there. Can you just talk about his performance, especially given how one-sided that fight was the first two times that those guys competed?
Yeah, it's incredible. We were looking for a fight, and we were in Jersey, and Merab was the main event of that fight, and we ended up signing him. And Matt Serra literally told me that night, this guy is going to be your world champion, and he's a special fighter, I'm telling you. And Matt Serra was absolutely right. One of the toughest fighters that I've ever come across. And let's just say, Merab and I didn't get off on the right foot early on. I have nothing but respect for him and everything that he's accomplished. And and for Petr to come in and do what he did tonight, and I mean the body shots and the head shots and the wrestling. I mean, it was an incredibly high level fight. That was, what a hell of a way to end the ESPN era.
Yeah, it really was. Do you think, there is a case for a trilogy, right? I'm sure Merab's going to need some time off after that, but are you thinking about trilogy right now between these two, or do you feel like Petr Yan did enough tonight to move on to other challenges?
You know the answer to this question. I'm not thinking about anything tonight other than, that tonight was a great night of fights, and I don't know.
Yeah. As great as the main event was, the co-main event was shocking, right? Nobody saw that coming. I guess your reaction to the way that thing played out.
Yeah, Van was all bummed out. When I got in there, he said, sorry about this. I said, listen, man, there's nothing to be sorry about. I said, it's a shitty way to lose the fight. There's no shitty way to win a fight. So you won. It is what it is. Things happen in here. And congratulations.
Do you have a medical update yet on Pantoja? Do we know what his status is?
Yeah, they popped his shoulder back in. I thought it was the elbow.
I did too.
No, it was not the elbow.
Shoulder?
It was his shoulder. And they popped it back in backstage. And, now they got to do, MRIs and check out the ligaments and see how it is. So we don't have a time frame on how long he'll be out.
And I know the Tuesday answer as well, but given the way that thing played out, if he's okay, do you run that one back right away? Do you see what he's doing first?
I don't think no matter what happens, listen, I'm no fucking doctor or anything, but I don't see him coming back anytime soon. I think that there would be a defense before he comes back. I think he's going to need some time. The healing process and sometimes, or most of the time, I would say, ligaments are worse than a break. So he's got to come back from that, and then how long till he starts striking again and stuff like that. So, yeah, there'll probably be a defense before.
Two more quick ones from me. You said earlier this year that in the new deal, we should see fighter bonuses going up. Do you have any idea what that looks like yet, and can we expect that to be in place for the first event on Paramount?
Yeah. No, I don't have any answers for that yet, but okay. Yes, probably.
Okay. And last one from me. Tom Aspinall did interviews recently saying that his eye is not better. He was a little bit disappointed with some comments you made. Have you spoke to Tom? Do you know anything about that, and what's your reaction to what he said?
I have not. Yeah, I get it. I don't remember exactly what I said. What did I say?
Just said you think that
I think his eyes are okay. Yeah.
Since no more pay-per-view, David with MMA Myanmar.
Hold on, sir. I'm still talking to this guy.
Sorry, my bad.
Here's the thing. So obviously, and I know Tom said, I haven't even talked to him and all that stuff, but we have people all over him right now, checking up on him, making sure he's good. Does he need any help or, any specialists? Yeah, I'm no doctor. I'm just saying what I've heard. And that was in no way, it wasn't said in a way that they're like, oh, what do you think? I said, I think he's fine. Or it wasn't like that. I said, I think Tom's eyes are good. He's going to take some time, heal, come back to, that's all I said. I wasn't saying anything negative toward him. And I think that things can be taken out of context, or he didn't see what I said, because I don't even remember what the fuck I said. But never once did I say anything negative about him or in a derogatory way. I'm sure he's upset and fired up, and he'll get better, and we'll get him back in there. Yes, sir.
All right. So thank you. I'm sorry about the first one.
That's all right.
Since there is no more pay-per-view, the fighter they used to get cut from pay-per-view. Now, like, are you gonna replace, based on the view or something like that, and pay the fighters?
Yes. There is a model that we have figured out that can figure out how to pay guys based on pay-per-view still.
Okay, thank you. And now Josh got the belt, and it's been a while since UFC held event in Singapore. And since there's a lot of Burmese, Myanmar fans in Singapore, do you have any plan to go back to Singapore soon?
Yes, but it's funny. He was just asking me questions about what could happen next. Literally, as soon as that fight was over, we started thinking Japan. We haven't been to Japan in a long time, so I already got Pete Dropic looking for venues in Japan. But yes, we will be back to Singapore.
Possibly Joshua Van and Tatsuro in Japan.
Who?
Joshua Van and Tatsuro fighting for the belt in Japan.
Yeah. Yes. That's not. I know I'm gonna fucking read tomorrow that he said it's in Japan. I like the idea. It's a great idea. I don't know if it's possible to pull off, but yes, that's what I would like to do.
All right. Thank you. Last thing from me. Can you say hello to a lot of millions of Burmese fans, Myanmar fans?
Hi, Burmese fans. Thank you.
All right.
Happy holidays.
Dana.
All right.
Over here. Big win for Pan Talbot. Had a couple takedowns on Henry Cejudo. Looked like he was having fun in there. What did you make of Payton's performance? And it seems like you have a budding superstar on your
I could not agree with you more. He looked incredible tonight. The distance, the range, picking him apart on the outside, the takedowns, and again, much like the main event, I mean, Henry Cejudo showed tons of heart, took some big shots tonight, and kept fighting right to the end. So it was a hell of a night for fights.
And then on Henry Cejudo, what is he meant to the promotion? I know he obviously retired when he was in his prime, but he came back, and even Payton was in here, and he said, Henry he still has it.
So I was very unhappy when he retired. I thought that was a really bad idea. He was in the prime of his career, and he and I talked about that tonight backstage. But yeah, the guy's had a hell of not just a hell of a fight career, just a hell of an athletic career. He's married. They're building a house. It's all good shit.
And unrelated to this fight card, we haven't got to speak to you since all the big title fight announcements. Fans were a little surprised, I think, at the interim title and then the main event in Australia. Probably wasn't the matchups they thought were going to happen. So I guess why did you settle on Justin and Patty and Diego and Volk rather than Arman or anything like that?
Yeah, that's the way it played out in the war room. Yeah.
We all know your love of the rankings, your involvement with Meta, partnership with the UFC. Can we expect to see any update in the AI rankings that we've heard about for the last year heading into 2026?
Yeah, I literally just came out of a 3-day board meeting in Hawaii for Meta, and we were talking about, not only are we talking about rankings, but a lot of other things that we would integrate into the show with AI, and not just UFC, but boxing too.
A couple investigation questions. UFC 322, obviously there was a big melee with Dylan Dennis and Islam's team. Eric Adams, the mayor, came out and said there was a full investigation that was going to be happening. Can you provide any update on what's
I don't know jack shit about that.
Okay.
I know nothing.
And last one for me, back in November, the Isaac Delgarian fight fixing stuff, obviously there's a long investigation going on in that. Can you provide any updates on what's going on with that?
Since the last time I talked about it, I don't know anything else. I know that, obviously, what you know, the FBI is investigating, and I don't know anything else.
Thank you.
Yep.
Olympian question. There was that report that Ronda Rousey could be facing Katie Taylor. I wonder what you thought about that one.
Total bullshit.
Is Ronda in talks to come back? These rumors keep swirling around there.
No.
No?
No.
Do you want to see her back in combat sports?
But that's up to her. You know what I mean? I personally cannot say enough good things about Ronda Rousey. My experience with Ronda Rousey, when she was going to the WWE called me to ask. I said, I'm telling you right now, she'll be the greatest athlete you ever worked with over there. I'm telling you, I can't say enough good things about her. She was great when she was here.
And last thing on lightweight, Arman Tsarukyan, obviously the odd man out now. We expect Ilya to be unifying against the interim title winner, which would make a long runway for his
I wouldn't
title.
say that he's the odd man out.
In terms
He had an opportunity, and you guys know how that played out, and he's gonna have to work his way back. I don't give a shit what the number says. He's gonna have to work his way back. There's just too much goes into this for those type of things to happen. We had a little. We were talking back in my room tonight, and we were talking about all the crazy shit that's happened over the last 20-something years. But you can't do that. You can't get the opportunity, and then you can't end that way. So he's got to work his way back.
So the message is take the next fight you offer him, obviously.
No, I mean, he obviously. He knows what's going on. I don't give a shit what everybody else says. He knows what's going on, and he's got to work his way back to that title shot.
Yesterday, Derrick Lewis took over the seasonal press conference. Is Paramount Plus ready for a Derrick Lewis post-fight victory speech?
Is the White House ready for Derrick Lewis? President Trump loves Derrick Lewis. And he hasn't told me to do anything. The president hasn't said, to this guy, but he will not stop talking about Derrick Lewis. So it's a big fight for Derrick coming up. Yeah. You done with me? Yeah? Happy holidays. Well, I guess I'll see you next week, right?